Okay, so what is this chord that we keep seeing them play? This right here, right? What is it functioning as? Okay, let's talk about that first. Is it functioning as maybe a major chord or a minor chord, or as a tonic chord or any other chord, right? So my belief is that they're using it as a tonic chord, and I believe that just because if you listen to the music, it sounds like they're resolving to the chord. So in the case of Story, they start with it, right? They kind of keep going back to it as a home base. Look at the song Ghost. Right? They keep starting on it and kind of going back to it. Another example, Fluffy. Boom, they just land on that after the phrase is done, okay? So because of that, I believe they're using this as a tonic chord. And it kind of looks like a tonic chord, so let's talk about it. For this video, I'll use the key of B. So in the key of B, our tonic chord is the B major 7, played across the 7th fret like so. So the Chon chord equivalent exists right here. What is that chord? Well, let's talk about what it looks like. If we ignore the bottom string that I'm playing, just look at the top 4 strings. Those are the notes I'm playing. 4, 4, skip, 6. That looks a lot like a B major 7, second inversion, drop 2 voicing. Right? Right here. That's the major 3rd. So all we're doing really is we're playing this shape, and we're moving that fret, and we're moving it down to the E string. So we're moving the fret that you play on the B string down to the E string. So now you're changing the interval you're playing. So the new interval that you're grabbing is actually the major 6 in this case. So that becomes that. And you can hear how much wider the chord sounds, and that is the Chon sound. It's not simply just playing extended chords like many, lessons on YouTube will say. Many lessons on YouTube will say, oh, you just have to play extended chords and you have it. Well, yes, but you're not finished yet. You need to spread your voicings out more often. And this is the best way to do it. That's how I see them do it most often, is I see them playing a second inversion drop 2 chord, and they just throw whatever they play on the B string down on the E string, because the interval is just a 4th between the notes that you're going to be playing, and it usually works, especially in major keys. So let's look at all the examples. Key of B, right? Okay, there's your Chon chord. Okay, and that is major. I look at it like it's major and not minor, again, because it just looks exactly like a second inversion drop 2 chord in the top 4 strings. Okay, what if I want to play a minor chord? Well, let's look at the second chord of B major. That would be C sharp minor 7. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, where is the second inversion? It's right here. So now I move the 5th fret on the B string down to the E. That's another chord that is used very commonly by Chon, right? I think in this song, right? It's used right there, okay? This is another chord they use a ton of. I even think in that one song, I forget, like, right? They use it in that song too. That's literally the opening chord they use. So, same idea. You're just taking second inversion drop 2. Instead of playing the B string, play the same fret on the E string. I really love this method because I don't want to get too caught up in thinking about the notes that I'm playing. I just want to have a general idea of the shapes that I'm playing and how they sound. I just want a general idea of the shapes and sounds relative to those shapes. That's it. So we did major, we did minor. Let's do diminished, half diminished, right? So in the key of B, our half diminished chord is the A sharp. Right? So where is the fifth? Well, the fifth is right here, and second inversion goes like that. So I'm playing the second fret on the B string, so now I'll play the second fret on the low E. I really love how that sounds as well, right? Like, yeah. It's a nice little interesting shape. It almost sounds kind of like it sounds almost Dorian in a way. I really love the sound. So there's the minor 7 flat 5 or half diminished version of this Chon chord. Okay, now what about a dominant 7? So in the key of B, your dominant 7 is your F sharp. Okay, where's your fifth at? Well, your fifth is gonna be right here. That's your fifth of F sharp. That would be a C sharp. So I'm playing the 11th fret up here on the B string. I'm just going to move it down to the E. That's it. I'm just playing right here, a B shell voicing that is 1, 3, 7, and then I'm adding the 9. So 1, 3, 7 is the shell voicing, add 9, and then throw that up there because I'm an a-hole. Okay, so like that. Okay, and that resolves pretty well back to B. Right, so, and it's really tense too. That interval, it's really, really tense. I often tend to steer away from playing this interval, that major or that minor 9 interval. It's a really dissonant interval. I only use it when I want a lot of tension. So you can do that in the dominant chord. I mean, you can technically do it anywhere, but when you're playing a dominant chord, you can really throw the kitchen sink at it and mess with that chord as many different ways as you want. So I find it to be totally acceptable when you're using it against a dominant chord. But yeah, those are just some examples of Chon-esque voicings and an easy way to grab them. And I don't see this explained anywhere on YouTube. So hopefully this helps you take these ideas and apply them in different chords and different inversions. And have fun. Thanks.